Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel where today we are starting a new series, small series. But in honor of the magical readathon taking place this month, I thought it would be really fun to get into some of my unpopular Harry Potter opinions. These are all things that I feel strongly about, but I'm not super invested in, so we can actually have a discussion about it. But let's just jump right in and get the first one out there. I don't think that Ron and Hermione should have gotten married. Now, I'm not the only person that thinks this, but a lot of people who are on board with that also are like they shouldn't have dated at all. But I don't have a problem with them having dated. I just don't think they should have gotten married. So let's talk about that. Um, so first of all, I'm not bothered by them getting dating, and the reason is like it's so in line with a lot of teenage experience. Like, here's the thing, you just date people through high school, through college, and like, you don't always make choices that necessarily make sense or that end up being good for you. That's why you generally don't marry the first person that you date, right? So it's not, and especially by the way, because Hogwarts is so insular. Like when you get groups of kids, especially kids like that together, and they see each other frequently, and I mean, when you're spending so much time together, you just end up dating that group. Like theater kids know what's up, and also band kids. I was one of the band kids, and like the thing is, band kids tended to date other band kids because that's who you're spending so much time with. So it absolutely makes sense that Hogwarts kids would date a lot of other Hogwarts kids. So again, that and like I know at least with my friend group, we often danced around and it was really interesting to kind of watch like who ended up dating who and all that kind of stuff. So like it to me it absolutely makes sense that Ron and Hermione would try it because they were very obviously into each other. They danced around the issue for so long, and it makes sense that they would try it. What doesn't make sense to me is that they continued on and eventually got married. Now, and that's the reason is if you actually look at how they treat each other, they are not kind to each other. Ron, especially, is a bit of a jerk. Now, Hermione, I understand a little bit better because when Ron tends to be a jerk about the things that she cares about. And then when she gets defensive, she tends to be that I'm superior to you kind of person, which like is just going to poke at Ron in the worst possible way. So I don't think that that's a very good dynamic, and it doesn't seem like it ever actually truly changes in the books. And I have not read The Cursed Child, but I have heard that it is a very similar dynamic in The Cursed Child. So they're married and they still have this dynamic. And that's just incredibly, honestly, it's unhealthy. Like, Ron doesn't have to necessarily understand the things that Hermione cares about, but he shouldn't be actively putting her down for them. And likewise, Hermione doesn't have to understand the things that Ron is caring about, but she doesn't have to look down on him for the things that he likes and think, oh, I'm better than him. And so the fact that that seems to still be the case, I don't I don't agree. I don't think that they should have gotten married. Now, that's not to say that it's an all bad relationship. I am sure that they both bring a lot of positives to the relationship. I'm sure that Ron is making sure that Hermione actually has fun and laughs and does things like that, where she would, if she were on her own, she would probably take things way too seriously and work hard all the time and never really stop and have fun. And I think that Ron probably is inspired to have more of a work ethic because of Hermione and all kinds of things. I do think they probably bring positives. I just think in the end that dynamic where they're not really truly supportive of each other's interests and they end up being mean to each other about it, that's the part where I'm like, that means they just shouldn't be married. Like that's not a healthy relationship. And if you're a married couple like that, I don't think that that's a necessarily, personally, I don't understand how that can be a good marriage. So That's it, you guys. Let me know down below. Do you think that Ron and Hermione should have gotten married? Should they have dated at all? Or like, are you like me where you're like, you don't care that they dated, but they shouldn't have gotten married? Like, let me know all your thoughts and opinions. Let's talk about it. But that's all I have. So until next time, have happy reading, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.